Yeah, so Chris, what was the catalyst that convinced you to come back and make a third Batman movie?
For me, it was figuring out the ending and figuring out that we had a reason to come back and a reason to invite people back to Gotham to see the conclusion of Bruce Wayne's story. Until myself and my co-writer David Goyer, until we had that sense of what the conclusion would be, we didn't want to commit to it. It was only once we knew there was a good story to tell there that we wanted to sort of set the train in motion.
A lot of sort of Batman in the real world, again, you filmed in New York, I think, for this one. Was it a bit strange seeing the Occupy movement happen while you were filming scenes that maybe would look quite similar?
Well, it was certainly, a little worrying from the location point of view, because we'd spent about a year getting permission to shoot on Wall Street and everything, but it didn't in any way interfere. There was a very sort of peaceful coexistence and excellent management by the authorities in New York, so we were able to do that, no problem. But it was strange to see resonances from a story we put together years before, sort of in the real world. But at the same time, it gives you confidence that you're dealing with issues that are of interest to people, and so hopefully in crafting an entertainment that is partly entertaining because it moves you in some way, or it gets under your skin in some way, or seems to reflect the world we live in. That's an important part, really, of making any film, and particularly a large-scale entertainment.
Anne Hathaway, as well as a cast newcomer as Selina Kyle. What made her the right choice for the role?
I was looking for an actress who could build Selina Kyle as a total characterization, not as alter ego, sort of librarian by day, sexy cat burglar by night. Selina Kyle's a very coherent characterization, and Anne has that massive skill as a performer, but she also has the ability to fill a theatre with her presence and sing and dance, and all that kind of expressive side to performing. She has both things, and if you're going to, in a psychologically credible way, achieve an iconic presentation of a character, very much the same way that Christian Bale has with Batman, you need both those things.
A lot of movies were filmed on IMAX. Do you think there'll be a day where you'll be able to film an entire movie on IMAX, or do you think it's a bit too tricky?
Well, we've shot almost half this film on IMAX, but really the limitations are the sound of the cameras. They're incredibly loud, and so if you're willing to loop all your performances, record the dialogue afterwards, you could certainly film the whole film that way, but you're losing a lot of the performance if you have to do that. And so it's tricky to do a whole film that way, but what we found is we're able to mix formats quite effectively, so that the experience for the audience watching it in an IMAX film theatre is pretty seamless.